In this video I will be using Dism to add WinGet software installation to a Windows image so that the software packages are installed after Windows installation without any user interaction. I'm starting this video from a GitHub page, and that's because there are a few bits of information here that I will be using for this video, and I will leave the URL in the description down below. And first I want to show you my starting point, and for that I will go to my downloads folder. And here I have this install.wim file. This is a Windows image file that is unmodified, and I will be modifying it in this video. Then I have this provisioning folder, and this folder contains VMware tools installation file. And the only reason for that is that I will be demonstrating how the image works in VMware Workstation. And I need to install VMware tools so that I can demonstrate everything in full screen. And then I have my Windows installation USB drive that contains auto-on-attend file that is responsible for installing Windows without any user interactions. And also this USB drive currently does not have the Windows image file because I will be modifying the image file that I have in my downloads folder and then placing it to the USB drive. And if you want to know more about my setup, you can check out the video that I have here in the bottom of the page that explains all the details on how to prepare the USB drive and how to get the install.wim Windows image file. Anyways, so here you can see the software list that WinGet will install after Windows installation without any user interaction. And for this video I selected to install Adobe Reader, 7-Zip, Google Chrome, Zoom, Notepad++, and also Firefox. I selected the most common applications, but you can modify this process to install whatever applications you want. And to achieve this, I will be adding registry entries to run once registry key inside of the Windows image to execute a PowerShell script called desktop-provisioning ps1. And this script in this case will mainly be responsible for software installation using WinGet, but you can modify it so it performs other system changes or installs other software packages after Windows installation without any user interactions. And in this case, the script first will install VMware tools. Like I said, this is only necessary if you plan to use the image inside of a VMware Workstation. After that, it will wait for the internet connection because we need internet connection to install software using WinGet. Then it will wait for WinGet to be installed. And the reason for that is that even though WinGet comes with Windows, it is not installed by default. The installation for WinGet happens few minutes after the user profile is created. And we don't need to do anything extra in here, just wait for it to get ready. And when WinGet is ready, we can use it to install the software packages. And like I said, you can modify this list however you like. And now before we can modify the image, we need this PowerShell script, desktop-provisioning. And for that I will go to the main page for this video, and I have the script here in the GitHub page. I will click on it, and as you can see, it's a very simple PowerShell script, and it will be executed after Windows installation. So here you can see the part that is responsible for installing VMware tools. Then this snippet right here will wait for the internet connection. This snippet will wait for WinGet to be ready. So it is waiting for WinGet to be installed after the user profile is created. And until it's not ready, it will check for it and then sleep for 30 seconds. And the last part is for the package installation. So you can modify this software package list however you like. You can remove software from here or add other software packages. Anyways, to download this script, I will click on the button right here, and then I will go to my downloads folder. And I will move the desktop-provisioning script inside of this provisioning folder. And this folder is important because all the files that we have in here will be moved to the Windows image. And now I will go back to the main GitHub page because here I have a PowerShell script that I will be using for modifying the Windows image. And for this script to work, we need to provide a few bits of information. So we need to provide what image we want to modify inside of our install.wim file, because this single file contains multiple images inside of it. Then we need to provide the location where we have our image file. So in my case, I have it in my downloads folder, and my downloads folder is in my Q drive. And then we need to provide the location where we want to mount the Windows image. And the reason for that is that if we want to modify the Windows image, first we need to mount it on our hard drive. And then we have this line right here, and it's the output location. And the reason for that is that even now the Windows image is a very big file that we cannot place in our USB drive. So after making all the modifications, the script will also split the Windows image file into multiple files so that we can use it inside of our USB drive. And the last bit of information that we need to provide is the location for the provisioning folder. And like I said before, everything that we have inside of this folder will be placed inside of the Windows image. And that's all the explaining that I will be doing for this script in this video. And if you want to know more about this script and how it works, you can check out the video that I have here that I made for Chocolatey package installation. Basically, it's the same video, but instead of using WinGet, in that video I'm using Chocolatey. And in the end of the Chocolatey video, I run the script snippet by snippet to explain and show how everything works in more detail. But for this video I will be just using this script to modify the Windows image, then I will be using the Windows image to install Windows in a virtual machine and showing you the results. And now to run this script I will click on the button right here to copy it, and then I will open a Windows Terminal application as administrator. I'll insert the script and wait for it to make all the modifications to the Windows image. And the script finished modifying the Windows image, so if I go to my downloads folder, here we can see the modified Windows image. As you can see, the file size is a bit larger. And even though this is the modified Windows image, because of the large file size, we cannot use it inside of the USB drive. So the script also created this output directory that has the same image, but the image is split into multiple smaller files. So I will select all the files that we have here, I will copy them, go to the USB drive, then to the sources folder, and I will place all the files inside of it. And now that I have the Windows image files inside of the USB drive, I can use it to install Windows on a computer and show you how everything works. And for that I will go to my VMware workstation. Here I have this virtual machine that has no operating system currently. And the only thing that I need to do to install Windows on this virtual machine from the USB drive is to plug the USB drive to this virtual machine. So I will go to removable devices, select the USB drive that I want to connect, and I think it's this one, but I'm not sure. Yes, as you can see, the Windows USB drive disappeared from here. And also I need to restart the virtual machine so that it boots from the USB drive and starts the Windows installation. And because I have the autonet file inside of the USB drive, it will also install Windows without any user interactions. So let's restart and then wait and see what's going to happen. And as you can see, after Windows installation, the WinGet package installation executed without any user interaction and installed all the software packages. And we can double check by going to the control panel. So I will search for it, open it, then I will select uninstall a program. And here we can see all the installed software packages. And here we have 7-zip, Adobe Reader, Google Chrome, Mozilla Firefox, Notepad++, and also Zoom. So it seems that we managed to install all the packages that were objective of this video. And that's basically it. Like and subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, and see you in the next one.